and record.
I assume you. Oh.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our virtual tour Thursday. We're continuing to explore Morocco this week. And today we have a virtual tour of Marrakesh. And I'm going to let Reed kind of mediate. So I'm just going to be in the background. So Reed, take it away.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is Reed from Imprint Tours, as you know. And we've got Attica this morning for us, this evening for her. Hello, Attica. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing great. Well, we
I'm
have
happy
Attica.
to be with you today.
Yeah, sorry?
I'm happy to be with you today.
Excellent, excellent. Attica is a local guide there in Marrakesh, and she's going to give us a little virtual tour this morning. So I'm going to turn things over to her and let her show her expertise and introduce us to her hometown there of Marrakesh. So take it away, Attica.
Okay. So, hi, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be with you today. So here we are in Marrakesh. Let me introduce you. So let me give you a hint about Marrakesh. Marrakesh is a touristic capital of Morocco, is the fourth imperial city. So it was founded in 1062 by Almoravid dynasty. And there are two sections, the old section and the new section, which is called La Ville Nouvelle. It is called Gilis. There are two main avenues, Mohammed Fifth Avenue and Mohammed Sixth Avenue, which connects the two sections. So I'm here in front of a mosque, which is the biggest mosque here in Marrakesh. It is called Koutoubia Mosque. So you can see here, it's a huge mosque in Marrakesh, and the minaret is 77 meters, which is 253 feet. It accommodates 20,000 worshippers, and it was built by Almoravids to mark their victory over the Almoravids in 1147. So you can see at the top of the minaret, you can find a metal orb and a spire, and it shows the way to Mecca, which is the Qibla. Qibla, the way that we pray. So we do 5 times per day praying, and every time, there's a settle time for each pray. So we find with the first one early in the morning, now it's 4:30, and the second one, which is called Dohar, at 1:30. The third one around 4:15, and the fifth one, the fourth one, which is the Maghrib, is around 7:15, and the last one, which is the Isha, around 8:30. Okay, so here you can find a big square, a big space in front of the mosque, and you may ask, it is for what reason? It is another mosque, so we use it for, especially in Ramadan. So in Ramadan, you can find here, all of this space is covered with carpets and big microphones for the imam. And you can find people come from different areas to pray here. It doesn't mean that's the only mosque we have here in Marrakesh, but people in Ramadan, they prefer to come here because of big space, and it's the big mosque in Marrakesh. So Marrakesh, we have another name for that city. We call it the Red City because of the paint of the walls. You may ask why. Do you have a choice to paint in a different color? I can see no choice, because if we choose another color for our house or any buildings, the government obliged us to change it in that pinkish color. So you have a great picture here. You can see a row of grebe. Do you know what is grebe? Grebe is a water sealer. So you can find it is in a garment with red, a big hat, and they have a skin of goats. You put their water because the skin of goats keep the water, cool. So they sell water for the locals, but not right now because we are in Ramadan, and they stand there for, travelers and the locals who like to take a picture with them. As you see the guys here, they take a picture with them and they pay them, some money. Okay, so Marrakesh or Marrakech, as we saw, so the Marakeshi people who are originated from Marrakesh, they are characterized by making jokes. So it's very hard for people who come from a different city to distinguish if a Marakeshi person is talking seriously or joking. Yeah,
Well, we like that.
yeah. So let's walk from here, from the mosque, which is to the square, which is 200 meters far from here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So here in Marrakesh, there are 966,987 people who live here. They are mixture between Berbers and Arab. Marrakesh has a good location. So it is in the middle. It's close to Casablanca, to the ocean, to the Atlantic Ocean, to Essaouira, to Agadir, and to the mountains.
Can I ask you, are you walking through right now the square where the market usually is?
Yes, I'm going to walk. I'm going to cross now the Mohammed V Avenue. Then I will walk to the square. It's next to the mosque.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think she was in the main square. It's hard to tell there with COVID, the way, you know, things might be emptied out compared to what we're used to. So
yes, yeah. So Marrakesh is very known with its hospitality and generosity of the people. So when you come to Marrakesh, anyone, I mean Moroccan or I mean a traveler from outside Morocco, this should be, I mean, experience the experience of riding the horses, the horse carriages.
Now that sounds to me like something that might be a little, what we would say, touristy. Are the horse carriages something that the locals would ever use, or is that just pretty much there for tourism?
I can say it's not a touristy thing because it is a transportation means between places here in Marrakesh. So the locals ride them if they want to go from the square to Bab Ghamet or to a close area to the square.
By the way, you're demonstrating an important travel skill, and that's crossing the street in a city in Morocco where there are not necessarily traffic lights, pedestrian crossings. So you have to become a little skilled at weaving through traffic there.
Yeah, especially here in Marrakesh, it's very hard to cross the roads. I mean, because why? Because of the motorbikes.
Yeah.
I will tell you a joke here. One of the motorbike didn't stop on the red lights. And when the policeman arrested him, why you didn't stop in the red lights? He said to him, I didn't see you. I saw the red light, but I didn't see you. So the motorbike did stop when they see the policeman, but they did not stop for the red light.
Okay.
So, yeah. So here in the square, it's a garden inside here, which is like a green space for the locals. You can see it's full of people. They can, I mean, rest here before they go to start preparing for the breakfast. But most of them are men here. So here it's a row of, this is the place for the horse carriages. Not all of them are here now because not a lot of demand and because of the Ramadan. So here we are in the square.
All right, that's starting to look a little more familiar.
Yeah. So now, because of the
carriages all lined up.
Yeah. The square is totally different from the normal life. It's almost empty.
Yeah, and of course, when Sarah and I have been there with our groups, this is just a buzzing beehive of activity with food stalls and buskers and performers, and it's just the central focus of social life, it seems like, in Marrakesh.
Yeah. So here we are in the square, which is the entrance of the Medina. So the old section or the Medina or Jamal now are the same. I mean, the same thing, which refers to the same place. When I say I'm in the square, it means I'm in the old section. It means I'm in the Medina.
Mm-hmm.
So the old section is surrounded by busy walls, which is 19 kilometers. And the wall is high about 9 meters. And there are many gates which have different names to get inside the Medina, all right?
Okay.
So here in the square, you can find, in the normal life, you can find food stalls which start from 4 o'clock p.m. till 1 o'clock in the morning every day. You can find storytellers, fortune tellers, snake charmers, monkey charmers. You can find orange juice sellers, and you can find dancers and musicians. You can find Arab dancers and Arab musicians, and you can find verbal ones. You can find also the African
Atika, it's getting hard to hear you. Is your microphone getting blocked in some way?
It's okay?
Much better.
Much better, yeah. So here you can find snake charmers, fortune tellers, storytellers, henna tattooings. It's a cultural space. It's a place, it's a meeting point for both, for local population and people from elsewhere. So it's a place where the locals come and enjoy their time and try to forget all the stress of life. So you can find halqa. Halqa is a circle of people with a man or a woman or the one who animates people, who entertain. So here in the square, in the morning, it's totally different. Have you been in the square in the morning?
Yes.
So in the morning, it's totally different in the night. In the morning is more quiet. I'm talking about the normal life. It's more peaceful, it's more quiet, but in the night, it's more crowded. So as
nighttime is definitely the time. Evening and into the night is definitely the time to spend in the square there.
Yes, and even the food stalls, they don't have rights to put their stalls in the morning. They have a right to put their stalls starting from 4 o'clock p.m. till 1 o'clock a.m. So let's walk and go inside one of the main alleyway of the Medina, which is called Samari. Do you have any kind of questions, please?
Not yet. I am looking forward to heading into the Medina, though.
Yeah.
That
So
I think
this is really, really quiet, though, just to give people a sense.
Yeah,
Very
this
empty.
is night and day different than when you know, pre or hopefully post pandemic times.
Yeah. So there is no monkey charmers, no snake charmers. They are not, I mean, before, from last March, last year, because of COVID-19. Yeah. As you see here, you can see different mosques, and it's the church called now. So here, for people coming from different cities, it's a big thing to spend the weekend here in Marrakesh. I mean, from Friday night till Sunday night, it's very crowded. I mean, all the hotels and the riads are full. I mean, booked.
Is that true even now during the?
No, just because if we want to travel from one city to another city, we have to get the authority, and I mean, it's big processes, and so few people who have this authority who can travel from one place to another place. And in Ramadan, even people of Marrakech, they cannot go outside after the 8 o'clock p.m. So you can see here the orange juice sellers. And by the way, here in the difference between the old section, the new section, the old section, we don't have high buildings,
Right.
low with 1 or 2 floors.
I have to mention that this is one of my favorite parts of being in Marrakesh, actually, is when you walk through that main square, there's all these juice stands and they make all these different kinds of blends. And it's only maybe $1 or something like that to get a fantastic juice. So I think I drank myself full with juices.
Yeah.
So where does that tradition?
The fruits are so great there too.
But where does that tradition come from? Because that's special about Marrakesh, really, isn't it?
I mean, you know that our production of agriculture is mainly, oranges and lemons. And I mean, it's more for the selling orange juice in the square. I mean, it's not a traditional thing, but just to please people, especially in summer when it is very hot.
Yeah, I think you said yesterday that it gets up to 45 degrees centigrade in Marrakesh in the summer, which is well north of 100 for us.
Yeah.
All right, here we're starting to see some soups.
People. So we can see here a lot of people who sells bread. This area is called Bevtu. And you can find some women also bring some pancakes and to sell it for those women who are working. So they don't need to come from the work and make their pancake and bread.
Make sure you stop and show us one of these bread makers and what different kinds of bread they have to offer.
I mean, they have different breads. I mean, they have the wheat bread like that.
Yeah.
You see? And different sizes, small ones and big ones. You see here?
So is everybody selling basically the same thing? It's just
basically the
different
same thing,
sizes and shapes?
Yeah. And you can find here some shops selling some clothes, and you can find them very crowded, especially at the end of Ramadan, because people will prepare for the feast, which is Eid al-Fitr. At that feast, we buy new clothes for women and children. Yeah. So Marrakech is the city which is a night city. I mean, you can find it quiet, especially in summer, very quiet during the day, but it will be busy the whole night. You can find people till 4 o'clock a.m. in the streets and outside. And that's because of the heat.
Right.
Yeah.
Does Morocco have a siesta tradition? I don't know if you're familiar with that term. In Latin countries, in the afternoon, everybody takes a few hours off from work, and sometimes they have a nap or at least a long meal. Is there any sort of tradition like that in Morocco?
Yes, that's correct. In Morocco, especially in summer, because winter is a short day, in summer we have a nap or siesta, and you can find some shops closed. But in the Medina, they don't close the doors; just they put the stack. It means it is closed for 2 hours, or especially from 2 to 4, when it is very hot. So they take this kind of, siesta or nap for 2 hours.
So I just
So
wanted
here
to
you can.
I just wanted to comment on like how interesting the things you can buy are. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to look at that because the spices I
Oh,
find
yeah.
just fascinating. Can you tell us a little bit about the spices?
We have different spices for different dishes. We have spices for chicken, spices for fish, spices for tagine with beef and vegetables, and spices for tangia. So here you can find saffron, you can find a mixture of fish spices, as you see here.
Fish spices. That looks interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Shawarma spices, yes. And here in Morocco, we have a special coffee. So nos is coffee with milk,
Right.
and black coffee is not like just coffee. It is coffee which is, I mean, mixed with spices, especially ginger, some pepper, and grove. So you can see here. So this is the way they grind the coffee, and this
Right.
is the spices for the coffee.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember that about Morocco having spiced coffees. I remember the coffee with milk. What did you call it? Nos or nous?
Nos, yeah. Nos, yeah.
Nos.
Nos is
That I
coffee with
remember
milk.
because that kind of was what I was drinking. But
Yeah.
I'll have to try the spiced coffee next time. Like we discussed
Very, very
yesterday,
nice. You will like it.
yeah, I think when you travel, you got to try different things. I mean, normally I don't like extra flavorings in my coffees, but hey, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I'm gonna have spiced coffee next time.
I'm sure when you come here to Marrakesh and taste the spicy black coffee, you will like it.
All right, I'm making notes right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me in Marrakesh, this is really the fun of the city is you can spend days walking around the souk and looking at all the different things that are for sale. And the street food is very interesting too, isn't it? What are the typical street foods?
Typical street food is pancake, there is donuts, especially in the Jewish section. And you have the head meat, which is cooked with chickpeas. So we have also what is called the meat from the head of the cow, and it is cooked with chickpeas and some carrots. It's a very delicious dish here also. So you can see here, we are a section where all the wooden clothes and stuff are sold. And that's the competition between the women, especially in summer, because a lot of wedding. So you can see here the jalaba, that's the traditional clothes that the women wear and go outside. It's with the hood. You can see here, it's with the hood. But there are some kaftans that we wear inside and we don't go out when we wear them. You can see here, takshita with the belt. So different colors, different fabric also.
I have to say that next time I go to Morocco, I'm going to buy one of those because they look so comfortable.
Yeah, especially the jalaba it is air conditioned in summer.
Yeah.
So we can wear whatever inside, and we put jalaba on the top. It's very practical.
Yeah, and there's some really pretty styles too. I thought that I bought a lot of clothes for my kids in Marrakesh. The clothes are just beautiful.
Yeah. So here
so
it's a special place.
So interesting how clothing styles distinguish a culture, isn't it?
Big pardon?
I was just commenting that clothing styles are one of those things that truly distinguish a culture, right? I mean,
Yes.
there's a Moroccan style, there's a Marrakesh style. In Egypt, it's totally different, even though it's another Arabic country. Oh, to show us.
That's true.
Let's talk food.
So here,
that's more interesting.
It's a section where we buy the olive oil, the olives, black olives, white olives, and this is salty butter. We call it sman, S-M-A-N, and preserved lemon.
And it's some sort of butter, did you say? I didn't understand.
Salted butter,
Salted
yeah.
butter. Okay, so they're
Yes.
just selling butter in bulk there. Okay.
That we use for cooking the tangia, which is the specialty of Marrakesh.
Oh yes, the tangia that we talked about quite a bit yesterday. Is that something
Yes.
that you would find on the street, or is that, it doesn't sound to me like the kind of thing that would be served in a booth on the street? But is that something you can find?
You can find it in the Medina. There are two shops which are very known with that, selling the salted butter and olives, and yeah. And you are invited by a man who is buying some butter, salted butter. He's in front of you.
Okay.
Listen.
But what about the tangia, Atika? Is the tangia something that you would find in the souks there?
I will try to find it, and they will show it to you straight away. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I will try. If I see a pot, I will show it to you.
Very good.
Yeah. And this is what is called the harissa, which is chili. Do you know the harissa?
No, I'm not from. No, is that some sort of beverage?
It is harissa. It is a chili. It's a hot sauce.
Oh.
Yeah.
So don't grab a bottle of that on a hot, thirsty day. Oh, I'm just reminded of the colors of Morocco. You know, walking through the Medina is just a kaleidoscope of different colors.
I
Clothes.
have to tell you, I'm enjoying this so much.
Food.
I feel like we're just in Morocco. Like I really feel like I'm spending the morning in Marrakesh. This is so nice.
Yeah.
So you can see different colors, different size, different shape. I mean, here are the slippers for men and slippers for women. And you see the color of the tuck sheet of the cloth, of the top. This is slippers for men. They have three colors: four: the black, the gray, the white, or the yellow.
Hey, women get more colors than we do, eh? What's
yes,
up with
yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's a fun souvenir too, is a pair of slippers or handmade leather shoes.
Yeah, and different shapes also. You can see here the Berber ones, the Berber slippers. Leicester.
So when I was there, I have unusually large feet because I'm very tall, but I actually found shops that were willing to hand make shoes. Is that a common thing to find, handmade shoes?
Yes, because there is a demand for that huge size. Yeah. I mean, there are some handicraft. There are some artisans who work in their shops and sell the crafts at the same time. It's more inside the Medina. So this is the main other way of the Medina, which is called Samari. السلام عليكم. So you can see here different lights.
That's something I remember about Morocco. Is that specific to Marrakesh? Those sort of decorative lighting fixtures?
Yes, but I mean, because of the exchange of the crafts between cities, you can find them in Fez. But the best quality you can find here in Marrakesh and Fez.
Look at that.
Tassels for the curtains. You can see here the teapots, the trays, the candle handles, mirrors. السلام عليكم. كده
I think Sarah, on Monday you said that you advised people to come. Don't bring anything so that you can fill up your suitcase with fun tchotchkes and souvenirs when you leave
Yeah.
Morocco. And
Oh yeah, what she's showing right now, that was one of the things I brought home. I brought home pillow covers, and they're just so pretty and unique.
yeah,
So I bought a
It's very
rug.
unique here. It is here, Marrakesh. It's also very known with, weaving. It's with Sabran chenille, which is with, natural fabrics that you make some covers for beds, bed covers, and curtains and poofs. Yeah, and also from the wool. So it's a new technique that you use here in Marrakesh, very native of Marrakesh. You can see here also the scarves, colorful scarves. And here you can see this special one, which is, associated with Marrakesh, which is called the sunset of Marrakesh. You can see here the mixture of the colors.
I'm not much of a shopper when I'm traveling, but when I do like to occasionally get a souvenir that's also functional and practical, like a pair of slippers or like, pillow cover or a scarf or something.
Yeah. والله ما ينزل بس عادي لو شمبروكي. I hope to find the one who sold the shibakia, the Moroccan suits that I talked about yesterday.
Oh yeah.
To have a look on it. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
And for our viewers here, you're starting to see that there's quite a bit of repetition in the shops. And on Monday we were talking about the skills of bargaining, and this is one of the reasons that you can bargain quite seriously and be willing to walk away from a vendor, because you're very, very likely to find the same thing in a couple of other shops. So that gives the buyer a position of strength.
Yes.
Easier.
Bargaining is part of our culture. Even the locals will bargain hardly. And sometimes you will be described like a Berber. It's not an offensive. It's something Berber, they are very good in selling as a commercial people. They are very good in that. That's why if you are in the souk and you bargain and you get the thing that you want to buy with the price that you want, you will be described like you are a Berber. Means you are a very hard bargainer. So here you are. You see here, كده.
Okay. Now, these are the like sweet bakery goods, right?
That's the sweet bakery, and that's the shibakia here. So that's the shibakia I told you with cinnamon, honey.
Right.
It's very sweet, but it's very nice with rose water also. This is mehalabia, like shibakia we use for breakfast, especially in Ramadan. We consume a lot of dates and shibakia in Ramadan. And this one is stuffed with almonds and the rose water.
Wow.
This is briwat. Yeah.
I haven't had breakfast yet. This is looking really, really good to me.
This is makarous, yeah. And you can find the picture of our king everywhere. You can see here, because of the love that we have in our hearts for that king, and because of the respect. So you can find him everywhere, in every home and in every shop. So let's walk to the square, which is called, it is a square where the spices, the traditional medicine are sold.
More pillows.
Yes. So here you can see the wood work.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Yeah, very nice.
The magic box.
So here the guy is going to talk about a magic box here.
Cool.
And there is one which is, oh, just like a game for the kids.
Oh, I was gonna, what was that popped up there? Just
أعطيني يدك ديال. Yeah. So with this one, it's like a closed box. You can see here.
yeah.
And when you open it, you can see the head of the snake come to you,
Oh,
to my
it's
finger.
a snake. Okay, yeah, for the kids.
You see? Yes, for the kids. So it is closed like that.
Very
And
clever.
when you open it, so the snake comes straight to my finger.
Boy, I've got a nephew that I need to get one of those for. He's like 6. He would think that was so cool.
That's the magic box.
Yeah.
So collect the magic box.
This is another magic box. So there are 3 steps. I have to discover them to open it. Not anyone can come straight and open this box. So the guy here is going to show how it is. How can we open it?
First
So
one,
here,
we make like this.
and so here you get the key.
See?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Number 4.
So you calculate 3 from the left, 3 from the right, till you find the open place for the key. Then you open the key.
That's the magic box.
Very clever.
There are lots of magic box.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
It's all by hand. All by hand. Have like some
Yeah.
box for journaling like this.
Yeah.
See?
الله يحفظك. شكرا لك.
That's also a really good example of how you'll be treated in a shop there in
Yeah.
Marrakesh in Morocco, right?
I mean here,
You're welcome. They take you in. They show you everything. It's fun.
in Marrakesh, if you get to the souk, you will be invited to share a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And there is no feeling or there is no sense that you are obliged to buy.
Right.
So as I mentioned yesterday, to share a cup of tea with the shopkeeper, just the part of the hospitality. And after that, you can talk, give you time. I mean, they can talk with you for 1 hour or half an hour, or can be for half day. So they don't mind their time if they talk to you or talk to any clients. And at the end, if you decide not to buy, there's no shame. There's no obligation to buy.
I'm really glad you're talking about that, because as Americans, we sometimes wonder what people want from us when they offer something like that. That's really good to know going in, that if a shopkeeper offers you a little mint tea or something, that you should feel free to accept without any pressure to necessarily
No pressure.
buy. But of
No
course,
pressure,
we understand that predisposes you to be kind toward them, and maybe you will buy something. So it's it's
If you like.
Right.
I mean, they do the same thing for us also. We can get to their shops. They can offer us tea. Sometimes they are having their lunch or they are having their snack. We can share them. And after we can bargain. If we are not happy with the price, we can live we can leave them without any kind of problem. And they are happy for that. I mean, there is no obligation. I'm gonna repeat that. There is no obligation. There is no pressure for buying. It's to share tea or have some conversation. It has nothing to do with buying and selling.
Right.
So here you can find some herbal, some traditional medicines, some creams, some clay that we use for our hair in the hammam. And you can find the women here selling the gloves for the hammam. You see here?
Mm-hmm. Atika, you should explain what a hammam is. That's not something we've talked about yet this week.
So hammam is a Turkish bath. It's a hot place that we get inside. You can go to a public hammam. You can find 3 rooms. The first one is it's cool. It's not hot. It's not cold. The second room is medium. The third one is hot. So hammam is a very social place for us. like a woman. Sometimes we fix time with friends. We go to the hammam. We take henna. We can color our heads. We take the black. This is the henna that we put to our hair for coloring. That's the powder. And that's the henna, the leaves. You see here? And that's the black soap. So we put it on our body. We put some water, and we put the glove in our head, in our hands. That one, and we scrub to remove the dead skin.
Right.
So if you go, it's a very beautiful and very nice experience. From my experience, people like it. I mean, all of them describe it like a newborn people. Yeah. After that, you can get a soft skin and very clean, and even the feeling, you feel a new person.
Right. So
Yes.
I think I might describe this for our viewers as it's like a public steam bath, right? And it's a very significant part of the culture there, and it's absolutely something that I recommend people do on their free time, is to go take a hammam. It's like well, like I said, a public steam bath. And don't they separate the sexes there? There's hammams for men and hammams for women. Am I correct
For
about
women.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
So
find
you don't
public
have to worry
hammam.
about modesty issues or anything like that. You go in, it's super relaxing, and it's kind of it's one of those things that I think you've missed the essence of Morocco if you haven't done that at least once.
And there is one point, because people, if they go to public hammam, they feel ashamed because they see women in the streets. All of them are mostly covered, but when they go to the hammam, women they keep the underwear in the hammam, and sometimes you find people, oh no, I cannot get there with people. So it's a nice experience. You will like it. I mean, it's just women, so women with women and men with men. Yeah. So here you can find also, besides that, you can find spices, you can find oils, argan oil. You can see here, that's the spices, paprika, cumin, ginger. Yeah.
I saw some raw cinnamon sticks there.
Sediment, yes. That's the glove I talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And this is eucalyptus. It's very good for cold. Just we put a little bit in hot water. You sniff it, or you can drink it. We put it also in a hot glass of milk or a cup of tea. And after that, we feel much better if we get some cold, or yeah.
What did you call it again, Atika?
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Sure, we know that.
Yes. Yeah, eucalyptus. Yeah. And these are perfumes. Some of them we keep them in our cupboards, in our clothes. We have a nice perfume, or in our shoes, or in our cars.
Chanel number 65. Jasmine,
he's going to give you some the names of the perfume that I explained to you.
Jasmine, cedar, amber, musk, and sandalwood. You can use like perfume out to shower in your house if you want to cut it, or in your jar, in your cupboard if it smells. It's better than comfort.
Do you know what's this?
No.
It is squash.
Oh.
It looks big. So squash, we use it like a veggie, and we use it like a medicine.
Huh.
You know that there are some people here in Morocco, shukran. There are some people here in Morocco, they don't like to use the chemical medicine. They like just the herbal and traditional medicine. So here, the square, when they sell the baskets, as you see here, hats, and some herbs. Do you know what is kuhl?
Kuhel, no.
Kuhl.
What's that?
Kuhl is that the powder that we put in our eyes to
Ah,
beautify them, and it is like a medicine. You can see here. Salam alaikum.
oh, look at that. Look at those
So you can
colors.
see here, that's the kuhl.
Okay.
And
Mascara.
yeah, mascara, yes. And here we put it. So here we put it like that. So that's the one. That's the one we put the kuhl here. We put it like that, and we put it like that. So it is inside, not just outside. It is inside like that.
Uh-huh.
This one is more sophisticated because with the mirror and everything. You see here.
Yeah.
So we put the kuhl, the powder, goes in that way, and we want to use like this way. Okay. So here, this is all the stuff that we use for the hammam here. Before we mix them with the black soap, and we put it on our body, and we scrub, and you can see a lot of the skin removed from our body. So here the henna, we mix it with the rosemary, the roses to give the nice perfume, and we put it on our hair for 2 or 3 hours. After that, we wash our head, and it is colored. It's a very nice color. So it can last for 2 weeks. So you can see here the women is grinding the leaves of the henna to make it powder like that.
Yeah, I heard her crushing it.
And you know that, what's that? Do you know what's that?
No.
It's a Berber lipstick.
Looks like something you'd swap your kids with.
It's a Berber lipstick. It is from the walnut tree. We chew a little bit of that one. We chew a little bit in our mouth. Then it leaves the color on our lips. So it can be for 4 days.
Nice.
So this square is called the rahba. A rahba is where they sell before the grain, the wheat that they bring from the countryside. There's some new restaurants. They were homes and converted to restaurants, and they have nice food here. So here that square is very known with this restaurant, and it has a nice view of the square here of Rahba. Can you see that small minaret of that mosque?
Yeah, is that where you started?
Yeah. No, it's another small, and it's another mosque inside, because in every neighborhood you can find 4 elements. You can find a mosque, hammam, bakery, and the fountain. So hammam, bakery, fountain, and the mosque. Every neighborhood you can find these 4 elements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate to end this. We've got about 5 minutes left, Atika. If there's anything left special that you'd like us to see, we've got about 5 minutes before we're going to have to sign off here.
I will show you one more thing here. Snails. Do you know that we eat snails? We don't eat scorpions or snakes or anything like that, but we eat snails. You can see man here is selling the snails for 1 kilo. We put them in the flour to be clean from the bubbles and dust. Then we cook them with different herbs, and we have them, especially in winter, because it warms the body. So there are a lot of things to be seen here in Marrakesh. I mean, you can see here. You can see it, because in normal life, you cannot find your way to walk in that square. But
Right.
because of the epidemic, you can see the whole of Marrakesh is almost empty.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell if we had more time, you know, each street, each square has different products and stuff. And I think Sarah hit the nail on the head when she talked about this is the essence of Marrakesh and Morocco, is just wandering around in the Medina, going from souk to souk and seeing what different wares there are and being dazzled by the colors and the smells. That's something we can't get
Yeah.
here is the wonderful smell of the spices, because there's the bakery goods, the sweets, the spices, that, you know, the smells are really wonderful too.
Yeah.
Well, even if people are not shoppers, I just want to put a little note in that even if you aren't a shopper, just doing what Atika's done today is so much fun. And I wanted to tell you, Atika, I want to wander through Marrakesh with you.
You're welcome, Sarah, with pleasure.
Your explanations are so interesting. I walked right by those shops with the lady selling coal and I had no idea. So that's really cool. And all of
Yeah.
it you explained, very interesting. So hopefully in October, I'll be able to come and shop with you sometime, huh?
Inshallah. Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Inshallah. Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for showing us around Marrakesh today. I really felt like I was there, except for the lack of people is just kind of stunning, because the last time I was there, it was just packed. So
Yeah.
we should hope that in October, we'll get a chance to
Inshallah. Yes. We hope.
Inshallah. So thank you so much for joining us today. And Reed, tomorrow you and I are going to do slideshow, right?
That's right. 6 p.m. Seattle time. We'll be doing a PowerPoint of this specific tour, the Morocco tour.
All right. So if you want to join us tomorrow, take a little virtual trip to Morocco. We would love to have you at 6 o'clock. So thank you so much, Atika. So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Sarah. Thank you very much for that.
Ramadan.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Ramadan Kareem. Bye. Yeah.
Bye.